Okay, we have NFL Week 2 Power Rankings. So coming in at number 10, I'm gonna have the Miami Dolphins. So they got the win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was not a pretty win, but it was a win nonetheless. The Dolphins first half did not look great, but in the second half, I think they looked a lot better. Their defense shut down the Jaguars, and their offense got some of those explosive plays that they're accustomed to. And Dolphins at number 10, sneaking back into this list because a lot of other teams did not do well, and it was very bad football in Week 1. Number 9, I'm going to have the LA Rams staying where they are. Rams, even though they lost, I thought they played a very good game versus the Lions. Took the Lions to overtime before their defense got tired. Yeah, with that defense, I was impressed with the Rams defense. They managed to contain Amon-Ra. They managed to make have Goff one of his worst games in a while, and until they got tired, they were pretty slowing down Montgomery. And that offense, even losing Puka, Cooper Kupp looked like he turned the clock back. So Rams, I was impressed. At number 8, I'm gonna have the Dallas Cowboys. They played a very good game, especially their defense against a decent Browns offense. Their pass rush was really good. I knew the pass rush was good, but they were really good versus a good Browns offensive line. And that secondary wasn't bad either. And that Cowboys offense didn't show much, but we know they have a very good offense, especially since they got Dak and CD. So I have the Cowboys back on this list at number 8. At number 7, I'm gonna have the Buffalo Bills staying where they are. Similar to the Dolphins, they got the win. It was not a pretty win. They have to fix a lot of shit, but they got the win nonetheless. Their defense tightened it up in the second half, and their offense went off in the second half as well. First half was ugly, but the second half they showed what they could be. A very good team. So I have the Bills at 7. Number 6, I'm gonna have the Eagles back on this list. Last week I omitted them because I was worried about their last year's late season collapse, and they got the win in week 1, but their defense to me was not great. Their defense, even though Jordan Love did not play his best game, I don't think their defense was that great. However, their offense was better than I expected. Saquon was better than I expected. He had 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts passed really good. He looks like he's finally healthy. So because of their offense, I think the Eagles are back on this list, although I still have concerns about their defense. Number 5, I'm going to have the Houston Texans staying where they are. Performance-wise, by individual players, they did great. However, as a whole team, there were still some things to figure out. Their defense, even though they shut down that Colts offense for a good majority of the game, they allowed too many big plays. And that offense, CJ Stroud looked good, not great, looked good, but it was Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon had great games. However, they only put up 29 points, which I expected more. So Texans, like I said, on paper they have very good individual players, but they might have to do 1 or 2 things to make them all gel together. But it was week 1, so there's a lot of time. Number 4, I'm gonna have the Baltimore Ravens staying where they are. They lost to the Chiefs. However, I think the Ravens still have a very good defense. Their defense, other than Rashid Rice, they shut down Travis Kelce, shut down Pacheco. Offense, Derrick Henry, they barely got used. And I am worried about that offensive line. That offensive line for the Ravens is a huge question mark right now, so I can't put them in the top 3 because of that. Number 3, I'm gonna have the Detroit Lions falling a spot. They got the win, but I was not super impressed with the Lions for how much hyped up they were. Amon-Ra got shut down. That offense just died in the second half. And that Lions defense, so many Lions fans told me they improved their secondary. I really didn't see that. Cooper Kupp went off against them. So pretty similar to last year. I'm just not that week 1. I didn't see a ton of improvement from those lines of last year, so I still have them at number 3. Number 2, I'm gonna have San Francisco 49ers up a spot. They did not get phased by losing McCaffrey or going up against a good Jets defense. Um, Jordan Mason, and Brock Purdy, they diced up that Jets defense. I was impressed by that because Brock Purdy do tend to struggle a little bit more against good defenses. And that 49ers defense did what you expect them to do, being the number 1 ranked defense. And teams that dropped out, you're going to have the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, they lost Jordan Love, but even with Jordan Love, that defense did not improve as much as I thought they would. And Jordan Love looked a little bit off, but losing Jordan Love is going to drop you out of the top 10. And another team that dropped out would be the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers still clearly has a lot of rust that he needs to knock off. That Jets defense, I was not impressed with. Their run defense did not improve from last year, and their passing defense looked like they got slightly worse. So I have the Jets dropping out. And number one, you obviously still have the Kansas City Chiefs. They got the win. It was not a pretty win, but it was a win. It was Chiefs pretty similar to last year. Their offense did enough to get them the win. Patrick Mahomes, Rashee Rice did enough to get them the win. That defense shut down the opposing team's run game. So Kansas City Chiefs, they still have the number one spot. So there you have it, my NFL Week 2 power rankings.